Yes, guys, we're live and we're back with another Arsenal gossip column for tonight. Where we'll be discussing Arsenal's dip in form and then Arsenal's can they beat Man City tonight later on this evening. Let's join us and let's hear everyone's opinion also about Man City's scandal. We give our opinion as Arsenal fans.
Henri, chance, Balotelli, Aguero! Premier League champions 2016, Leicester City!
Hope to see you soon. Well done. Bye-bye.
Cazorla, Giroud again, Joe Wilson! It's Gerrard. That's a great strike! McCracken getting closer. To the centre. It's Bergkamp. That's magnificent! Van Persie arriving. Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Robin Van Persie!
Yes, guys, we're back and we're talking about the it's time for the Arsenal gossip column, and we're going to be talking about Arsenal's current dip in form. We'll also be talking about Arsenal's ability to possibly beat Man City tonight later on this evening, which we'll be doing a live watch along for. We're back doing the watch alongs again, so make sure you tune into that. And I'm going to put in the chat for all Arsenal fans that are watching this. You can feel free to jump on. Like Joanne's always got something to say. I'd love to see Joanne come on at some point. Del boy, I see you in the chat, bruv. Get yourself, mate. I ain't seen you in ages on here. Get yourself on here, bro. Like, I ain't seen you in ages, bruv, to come on here. I think last time you came on here was Aston Villa last season away. Like, we won 1-0. That's the last time, I believe. I might be mistaken. But we got my co-owner, co-host, the one and only Manny. How you doing, bro?
Yeah, good, son. All good, all good. Happy to hop on with you. I do apologize for being a little bit late, but had to run a few errands. Is what it is when you're living with your dad and he needs your support as much as you need him. But here I am. And hopefully, touch wood, no ridiculous electricity-related delays. See how it works.
Yeah, absolutely. Big up Joanne for sharing that out as well. Partey is out tonight. Apparently, he is out tonight. So we'll get into that as we go further in. That'll be our second topic to cover. First topic, obviously, Arsenal's current dip in form. We've lost against Everton, drew against Brentford. Now, is this the start of Arsenal's usual happenings in February where everything goes kaput and we start crumbling? Or is this just another blip in Arsenal's quite successful season so far? For me, I mean, I don't know how Manny feels, but for me, I feel that it's still a blip. We haven't seen what else could be lurking around the corner. Obviously, tough game tonight. I think we just need to avoid defeat tonight to sort of give us that confidence back. Manny, what do you think about this? Do you think this is something deeper than just a blip? Or should we be panicking so much about our current dip in form?
You know, there's a part of me, Stephen, that would like to say that, yes, this is just a blip. But again, the proof will be tonight. We're going to find out and see with a big test against Manchester City without one of our regular first teamers, just how strong we are, just how resilient we are, and just how good we actually are. I'm going to say right now that in comparison to last January, and certainly this the September of the previous year, of course, we didn't do too badly in the transfer window. We got 3 decent quality players in with international experience, all of them. Kivio, of course, was a World Cupper this time around, as was Trossard. And Jorginho, of course, in addition to his silverware with Chelsea, was a key figure in the Italian team that pipped us to European glory. I'm sorry I had to mention that, but, that is a part of his CV and it always will be. What angers me so much is that obviously the loss to City in the FA Cup was a loss which gave us a few warning signs in a way about how one-dimensional our play, predictable, one-dimensional, whatever. How one-dimensional our play can be, especially when other teams decide to abandon their usual plan against us and try something different. Because we did have plenty of chances in that game that we couldn't convert, and their goalkeeper was man of the match. But then they ground out a result. Nathan Ake, of all people, scoring the winner. And then, of course, when it came to playing Everton and Brentford, the team which played against Everton was the same team, of course, which played in our last Premiership game. My memory fails me as to who we played that day.
United.
Of course. The match where Eddie Nketiah wrote himself into Arsenal folklore with those 2 goals of his, one of them, of course, being breathlessly late. Now, when we lost to the 19th placed Everton under Sean Dyche, who, of course, has had the Indian sign over Arteta for quite some time now as manager of Burnley, that should have been a signal to us, Stephen, that we had some way to go before we could really call ourselves a team that could dominate. And it was the lack of flexibility, the lack of the inability of Arteta to do his homework as a manager that really angered me personally. So to play that same team against Brentford, who would have done their homework and looked at that as some sort of a blueprint to try and beat us, to me, it smacked of stubbornness. And although we did start off, have a bit of a brighter start than we did against Everton, and we did have more of the ball, Brentford had the better chances in the first half. And then, of course, we all know what happened with the whole offside line controversy and all of that. We don't need to rehash that.
Yeah, we don't need to go into that. It's just about the performances.
Yeah. So the only way that we can really silence all those doubts, of course, is if we win. And, of course, the best managers will realize that when it comes to the big games, if things aren't working before the big games, we just can't, put our trust in the same 11 that failed us 2 games in a row and say everything will be all right on the night. No. Changes have to be made. And I suppose it's a sign from the heavens.
Will he make those changes, though?
Well, it's a sign from the heavens. I'm just coming into that. Obviously, we are going to go into the team news later on. But, of course, with Thomas Partey being ruled out, that's a sign to Arteta that's a sign to Arteta that he can't continue to keep doing the same thing and expecting a better result than what he got against Brentford and Everton.
We'll get into that part in the second part, which is the...
So he has to make changes.
Can we beat City? Yeah, I mean, obviously he has to make changes. You are right, we are predictable. You can tell, like, the lineup will be Ramsdale in goal, right? It would be... by the way, the link's in the chat. Any Arsenal fan who wants to come on, please come on and have your say. And smash a like on the video. It really does help. Please support the charity by donating whatever you can to Children's Liver Disease Foundation. Yeah. Right, how am I going to put this? Ramsdale so it would be Ramsdale in goal. It would be Benoit on the right. Saliba, Gabriel, and Zinchenko. Right, or Tierney. Which one of the two? Right. Xhaka, Partey, Odegaard. then it'd be Martinelli and Nketiah Saka. And it'd be this, that will be the lineup. And it'll be the same. It will be the same. Right? And that's the problem. Because you're playing the same team over and over and over and over and over and over again. The problem is that teams then suddenly work that one out. So you need to, so at the middle of that certain points of a season, once teams have worked out how to beat you, right, and beat that particular team, you have to adapt and make changes. So you have to bring in new faces, bring Trossard in the middle, and leave Martinelli on. If you're gonna play Martinelli on the left, try Trossard in the middle. Nketiah's not doing it, so put Trossard there. He scored 3 goals at Anfield, for fuck's sake. I mean, seriously. Like, I mean, what about, like, if Odegaard's not performing, drop him. If Martinelli's not performing, drop him. If Saliba's not performing, drop him. Right? These players need to know that if you are playing shit, you will be dropped. The only problem is, we can't drop these players because we ain't got a fucking bench to replace them with. We haven't got a bench. Right? The bench is weak. And that is why he struggles to make any changes, right, to the starting 11. Because our actual rest of the squad, if you look at it, is substandard. You take Odegaard out, you put Vieira there. There's no guarantee Vieira's going to actually... is going to absolutely go into it and be just as good as Odegaard. Because he's hardly played any minutes. And this is the thing as well. These players that have been sitting on a bench have hardly played any minutes. What's happened to Smith Rowe? He looked like he was coming back, and now he's all of a sudden disappeared again. Right? Unless he's injured again, right? Which would be devastating for Smith Rowe. But like, why isn't he back now? Right? Jesus apparently is playing in training. Right? Obviously, I'm not expecting him to play in this game, but when we get towards like Aston Villa, that games like that, we need to start bringing him back in to the fold. Because if you're so intent on keeping Nketiah up there, then you need to get Jesus back as quick as possible. Because Nketiah is not good enough. Simple as that. He has his spells where he does well, scores a few goals, looks good, and then all of a sudden drops off. Right? And that's why I never said that Eddie was good enough for Arsenal. I'll go through some of the comments right now. Big up Tiho. What do you think the lineup will be? I just told you, Joanne. Hello, Steve Manny. Hope you're both good. 2 things to say. We've just not been good enough. Simple. There's no passion in our play whatsoever anymore, and that's depressing as hell. Whoa. It's been only 2 games, Tiho. Let's not go absolutely Rita Hayworth and like jump all over the place at this point. Right? If Arsenal keep playing like this, then yes, we can start having a crisis moment. But give it. It's been only 2 games, right? We need to make sure we don't do it. And when you say 3, I meant 2 games in the league, right? I'm not going to count the FA Cup in this. League performances at the minute. We're trying to go for a league title. I want to focus on that, right? And at the moment, we've faltered in 2 games. Secondly, I'm tired of fans blaming officiating of every match we don't win. It's always blabbering about it. Yeah, Tiho, I get your point. I don't use it as an excuse. I've already said I don't use this as an excuse because we should have beat them on the night and we should be playing better to beat them. But they do have a point with the Brentford game because we were robbed. It was never a free kick, that goal. It was never a free kick, and it was completely offside. How the fuck has VAR not seen it? I have not got a clue. Right? That is the worst case of Specsavers ever you'd ever see in your life. Honestly. Honestly, Specsavers should use that for their advert. He's getting us very Arsene Wenger-like with his substitutions coming on late. Yeah, that's a good point. Big up, Jez. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Right, big up, Jez. Hope you're doing well. Evening, Stephen and Manny, all in the chat. Big up. Hi, thanks for reading my rant. No worries. I'll read everyone's comments. Try to read everyone's comments. That's the problem. We ain't got nobody to replace the rubbish we got. Exactly. Emil got injured again. Sad. He's a very injury-prone player. Stephen Manny, big up. Jorginho and Xhaka, pivot. All we can do is pray. Yeah, that's a good point. We can all do is pray. Alright. Yeah, that's true. But some fans were just blind to the game we play. Yeah, they don't want to take any accountability. They don't want to take accountability for the club's fuck-ups. They don't want to blame the players. They don't want to blame the manager. They don't want to blame the club in any way and make them take accountability for their actions and their poor performances, right? They want to blame the ref. They want to blame the ball. They want to blame the pitch. They want to blame the fucking sky, right? They want to blame the weather, the time season it is, right? The fact it's in winter, it's not in spring. They want to blame anything other than the manager that picks the team, who commands the team, who makes the substitutions, and the players who go out there and perform. They don't give an honest assessment, right? Probably because, like, if you see them, and there's YouTubers, you can tell the ones that are being paid by the club, right? Arseblog's one of them. I used to like that channel, but he's like, he goes on about this club, like, I've heard him already say the same line that fucking Josh Kroenke and all that are saying. Well, but the aim's top 4. What? Why is our owner saying top 4 is the fucking aim? Where the fuck are we? We're first. 2 points clear with a game in hand. No. 4th spot, the top 4 race is done and dusted in my opinion, right? That argument left ages ago, bruv. Right? What fucking world have you been living in? Right? The top 4 aim is out of the question. It's now going for the league title. You put yourself in a situation to win it, now go and win it. Right? Don't fucking settle for 4th. I don't know why they want to settle for 4th, because they know they're guaranteed to finish in it. They're guaranteed to finish in it this season. So they know anything below 4th is good enough for Arteta. And as much as people say, if we finish 3rd or collapse, and we only make just Champions League, 3rd or 4th, right, he should be sacked. He won't be sacked. Because they said top 4's the aim. So if we finish, we'd have to absolutely capitulate. And I mean fucking falter big time. And I mean proper. To finish 5th or 6th. If he's going to ever come out of this club. Right? Just bear that in mind. If you want Arteta out, you need Arsenal to finish 5th or 6th. Which is not going to happen. Not in this position we're in.
Or if they finish 4th and Chelsea win the Champions League.
No, it just counts as a 15.
I do believe that they...
No, they don't. No, they get counted as another team. They did that last time with Liverpool.
No, but since then, what happened was that in 2012, that was the year of my sister's wedding, Spurs actually finished 4th.
They did that in 2012. Yeah, but if they won the Champions League, last time Chelsea won the Champions League, I believe they finished outside the top 4.
Exactly. That wasn't even the last time. That
they
was
got counted. Tuchel. That was Thomas Tuchel. Let me check that season. What season did Thomas Tuchel come in? 1920, innit?
I believe it was
2019.
2021 that they won the Champions League.
No. Oh yeah, 2021. Yeah, during the pandemic.
A certain Jorginho was the league's top scorer that season for Chelsea.
Right, let me see. Right, who got Champions League?
But that one is okay because they finished fourth anyway, so they were guaranteed Champions League football, as were Manchester City, who were who I think won the league that
No,
year.
I remember one team they were counted as the fifth team. It does. They count as a fifth team now.
No. What happened?
They don't
No,
drop them out. They don't drop them out.
No, I'm sorry, but that actually was a long time ago. It was in 2005. That was the Miracle of Istanbul.
No.
Yerzy Dudek's penalty save. No, I remember that season clearly.
No.
What?
So
No,
I remember 2012, right, where you got replaced, and then there was another season where it happened, and they counted it as another team. I swear to God, it did happen.
I'm going to check that up, but let's come back to that. Let's circle back to that later. There's no time to split hairs about this. Let's say what we want to say. So you're talking about Arteta, right?
Oh, I know when it is.
I know when
it is. Man United won the Europa League. Man United won the Europa League and they finished outside the top four. Right, they got counted as the next club, as an additional club. I swear to God they did. 2016-17.
Yeah, but like I said, there's no time to talk about that. It was 2016-17. It was the Europa League, and then
yeah. So look, here you go. Just quickly share this. I'll just quickly share this. So as you can see, qualifier for the group stages: Chelsea, Tottenham, Manchester City, Liverpool had to play a playoff round, right? And then Arsenal, Everton got the second Europa League slot instead of Man United because they won the Champions League. They won the Europa League, so they got qualification as a fifth club. So you get added as another team.
I'm pretty certain, though, that the Champions League winner gets preference over the top four, the team which finishes
fourth.
Yeah,
he gets straight into the group stages. So whoever comes fourth.
So the
that's
point,
what I said. That's what I said.
Basically, the point that is being made, Stephen, is that in a situation where there are the teams finish in the top four, but the Europa League winners and the Champions League winners are from the same division, what happens is the top four does get booted out. So top four does end up being shafted in the race for the Champions League.
Manny, it doesn't. It just did it there. They counted them as a fifth club into the next Champions League. They didn't boot out the fourth place team. They didn't boot them out, right? Because we Liverpool were in the Champions League the next season.
Okay, you're right. They did have to play a playoff round, but the point...
Yeah, they had to play a playoff round, but they were in the Champions League.
Agreed. Yeah, but one pertinent point, of course, is that being in the playoff round, again, you have to win that round.
Yeah, of course, yeah, of course that. But what I'm saying is, you still got to be in the Champions League. Is what I'm saying.
Okay, that's fine. At least we've established that.
Right.
Now.
I've put the link in the chat. I'll put the link in the chat again for any Arsenal fans who want to come on. If we lose today, I'm afraid we don't win the title. No, Luke, Tiho, stop panicking, will you? We got a game in hand as well, right? We will be level on points with them. You cannot say the top four, the title race is over. You can't say that. You can't say the title race is over. We're level on points with them. Because otherwise you might have said the title in 89 was over. Because we were 3 points behind. And we won it on the last day. With 2 clear goals against Liverpool. You can't say that. Not with 4... We've got 17 games left to play yet. 16 after this one. You can't say that yet. I'm sorry. Not when some clubs have only got 15 games. Come on. Quick straight question. Yeah, it looks sick. I'm glad they went back to black. Durant, big game tonight with Party out. Yeah, big game. 2020. Yeah, he came in 2020. He replaced. Yeah, 2012 was the last season a team replaced another by winning the Champions League. The next time it happened, they got counted as the next club.
Yeah.
Which was that season. So, exciting game ahead. Let's go. Anyone who wants to come on, please do so. I don't know, mate, but Jorginho will start tonight. Fuck me. Fuck me sideways.
Let's give the fella a chance. I mean, like, I'm not eager
mate.
to, you know.
Mate, I've seen it before. Bunch of Chelsea rejects. Why did they sell him for 12 million, Manny? You wouldn't just give him away for 12 million if he feels good.
Because they got a younger model in Enzo Fernandez, for whom they were willing to pay top dollar. Best young player at the World Cup.
Yeah, young. And we're getting old. I thought this was supposed to be a youth project.
How old is Jorginho?
I don't... Oh, Jesus Christ. Jorginho, 31. Old. I'm sorry. I thought this was supposed to be a youth project. A youth project? I thought it was supposed to be. So why are we buying Chelsea pensioners again? Sorry to use Jez's comment, but he is right. Chelsea pensioners. Why are we buying more Chelsea pensioners? William Gallas, right? Willian, David Luiz, Petr Cech. Do you want me to keep going? Why are we buying their shit?
Well,
I thought we were buying everyone was telling me we were buying Casado 2 days before the window shut. Then we get this fucker. I'm sorry. It would be amazing if he actually turns up. It would be amazing. I'm sorry. Like,
all I'm saying is give the fella a chance. For what it's
I'll
worth,
give him a chance, but I'm sorry, I don't see it, mate. I see the same crap because they're not stupid. They're not stupid there at Chelsea. They know this. Oh, we'll just get Arsenal to buy our shit because they're that stupid, right? They think Jorginho's half decent. We'll think. Do you know what? Us fans, we'll tell them that he's a really good passer. Then he can't even pass his fucking neighbour down the street, right? Fuck's sake. Come on. What passes was he stringing against Everton? And don't tell me he needs time to settle in, right? He's in the Premier League. He knows what this game is about. Come on. Come on. It's right. Trusted pensioner project. Yeah, pensioner project. Everyone keeps going on. It's a youth project. It's a youth project. It's a youth project. And now we're buying has-beens. Big up Steven and Manny. Right, I'm going to move on to the Man City game itself. Obviously, we talked about it yesterday. Like, can we avoid defeat or can we actually beat Man City, Manny?
From what I saw when City played Villa, they started that game at a ferocious pace, obviously very eager to stamp their mark on the match. They scored early, they asserted their dominance and were up 3-0 at half-time. Second half, they started to coast, almost like how we did against Bolton in 2003. And I say almost because Aston Villa did win that half. They got a goal back. and they had quite a few chances to make the scoreline a little bit closer. And they actually exposed City's weakness in defence. What Pep Guardiola is thinking, trying to play a mere back line of three, a sort of a 3-2-4-1 formation, I have absolutely no clue. Because with 3 centre backs and no wing backs, what sort of protection does he really have? It's utter madness, and he's had to try the likes of Nathan Ake there. He's had to bring in Ruben Diaz, Akanji, Laporte, and a few others. And he strikes me as being a bit of a mad professor, as has been mentioned, as he's been referred to in an article.
Yeah,
who likes to tinker with his team, and maybe he seems to be slightly losing.
It is a mad professor that wins trophies, though.
Well, the mad professor also creates monsters who could terrorize the world. But
yeah,
anyway,
but he also wins trophies, bruv.
Let's not split hairs on this, okay? So here's the thing. I take a look at Senor Guardiola, and I see a person who's trying a little bit too hard. I see a person who, despite his exterior, seems to be feeling the weight of the allegations being made against his club. I see a person who still has that nagging little woodpecker at the back of his head saying, you need to win the Champions League this time around, or you're a failure at Manchester City. And you're going to clip me on this. If he fails to win both the Premiership and the Champions League, this is the last we will see of him in English football. Believe you me, he will certainly have done his dash and felt drained by the end of it. And, especially given the way his side have, floundered at many points this season, they've shown at times a lack of concentration, certain elements of laziness, and basically, when they leave themselves too much to do, by the time they get close enough, the time's run out. So there is a part of me that actually thinks that if we avoid making stupid mistakes and we actually start to put them under a little bit of pressure and try and expose that flimsy, in my opinion, back line and get in behind them, we actually do have a chance of scoring first and maybe even winning. The problem is, though, City are fighters, they're champions for a reason, and they will come back. And there's a reason why I predicted a 2-2 draw, because when I said if we avoid making the mistakes, that's a big if. Because believe you me, some of our players have not been in the best form, are still not in the best form. We can expect 1 or 2 mistakes tonight. That's why I'm going for a 2-2 draw. I'm trying to be practical and realistic here. And a draw would suit us just fine.
Yeah. You know me, I'm going to be ultra positive. I'm going to go 2-1 on this one. I can't. I'll go about my team on this. And, I see your point with Arsenal. I just want to see something different. I want to see him mix it up. I want to see his substitutions mixed up. Because at the moment, I could bet your house that with 20 minutes to go, he'll put Trossard on for Martinelli. With 10 minutes to go, he'll put on
Tomiyasu for Ben White?
No. Odegaard for Fabio Vieira, right? Or one of the midfielders, right? And he'll put on Tomiyasu for Ben White with about 2 minutes remaining, when there's no point. You know what I mean? It's
still
stupid.
No minutes for Kieran Tierney. That is stupid.
But for me, I just want to see something different. I do want to see Tierney play, start. I want to see Tomiyasu start. Ben White needs to be dropped. I say again, I stick with it, but Odegaard needs to be dropped. He needs to know that he can't just sit there and live off the performances that he's lived off for the last 19 games, predicting the 21. So he needs to live off that. He needs to do that, and then realise that his place in the team's not guaranteed. As soon as a player knows his place is guaranteed in the team, his performance levels drop. He doesn't have to perform so much. So dropping him makes them realise that they have to fight for each position. But there you go. I'm going to go through some of the comments. Damn. Big up, Paul. Hope you're doing well, my friend. I'm going for a 1-1 draw for Arsenal versus City. Big up, my bud Bargav. I'll get to you in a second, bro. Just go for the rest of these comments. Odegaard will probably play fantastic tonight. He always turns up against the big teams. You don't have to thank us for the Spuds result. Thank you for the Spud. Yeah, thanks for the Spud result. Lols. Predictable subs. It is predictable subs. I could bet my house on it. Wait, you're top of the league, right? Lost 2 all season. Hang on a minute, Chris. I've been positive out this season. Have I been positive all season?
Yeah, he's been positive all season.
Fucking hell. Just because I want some changes because we've dipped in form, right? Is that not allowed to ask? Come on. I just want to see some changes because it's too predictable. That's all I want.
Yeah, that's all he
wants. But at the moment, I'm happy. We're top of the league. We're 2 points clear. We've got a game in hand. We just need to avoid defeat tonight. And we're sitting pretty.
Yeah, sitting pretty.
So, like, you know what I mean? So, I'm not losing my shit. I'm not losing my shit over this yet. If we're 5 points, 6 points behind, then I'm losing my shit. I'm sure you'd sooner finish 4th with another manager than top with Arteta.
No.
No. There are plenty of managers that would get us to where we are. But man, I'm not saying that Arteta's not done a good job. He has done a good job. I've got to give him that. Yeah. So far.
Yeah.
Hashtag. Yeah. Oh, Chris. By the way, we got the Leicester game coming up. DM me, or I'll DM you about going on each other's channels for a preview and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get that sorted. Lost to relegation Everton and couldn't beat Brentford at home. How do you expect? Do they expect you to do cartwheels? Of course, like I was. So do you know what? The Everton game, I was not supposed to go live. I wasn't supposed to go live for that game. I was gonna watch the game and just chill out in hospital, nice and calm. When I saw that performance, I was like, I've got to say something. I've got to say something. For fuck's sake, it was that poor. I've got to sit. Big up, yeah, owned. Dickhead. Love you, Chris.
Yeah, respect your elders. That's out of order.
Yeah. Oh well. It's all right. I'm getting my bets in before I go. I'm getting me bets in. You see. Good seeing. Yeah, Luca, it was good to see you today. I gotta admit, it's good to see you. I hope you get better. Sorry to hear that you were at hospital. Yeah, man, it's one of those things, bruv. Arsenal Manic, at the beginning of my last stream, which was the preview, wasn't it? It was the preview last night, wasn't it? Yeah, it was the preview last night. Check that out, and then you'll get to see what the situation is. Bargav, I know you've been patiently waiting. How you doing, my friend? And what do you think is the reason for Arsenal's dip in form?
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're running out of creativity out of nowhere. I mean, we've been like creating chance after chance after chance for like a while, and then all of a sudden we just had this dip in form. What's it down to? Are people figuring us out? I mean, Everton's been playing. Everton played us pretty tight. Brentford, yeah, Brentford, yeah, like it's about the same. I expect more chances in both those games. Uh, I don't know. I mean, this is a big game. I mean, you know what? This reminds me of this game. It's the same one that Leicester, when they had their winning season, Leicester played like Man City in February, I believe, and they won that game. And I think they rolled on to the title. It's the same way with us right now. It's we win this, I think it could kickstart that second half run. But it is massive. I think today we got to get it. We got to get a massive result today.
Well, to be fair, everyone keeps saying that we've been poor since the World Cup start. Well, no, it's only been the last 2 games.
Yeah, it's only been the last 2 games. It's not.
This is why I'm not losing my shit about it yet.
But it's just been horrendous though. Like it's just on either nothing seems to be working, and like all the chances are kind of like last year, where like the best chances are like half chances. So it is kind of worrying. But who knows? We just need a good kickstart today, and we get good energy.
We just
today
need to avoid defeat.
Yeah. Avoid defeat? I don't know. I think a win's massive, man.
Yeah, but Bargav, like, I would take a point. If you said to me, take a point against Man City, I'd take it. Right? Because I'll tell you for why. We win our game in hand. Doesn't matter what they do at the Etihad against us, right? We'll still be 2 points clear.
Yeah, but I don't want to be like that. I get it. Like
I don't want to be relying on it, but what I'm saying is that we just like avoiding defeat at the Emirates would also be against Man City would be a big confidence boost as well, especially after a dip in form.
I mean, I guess in the last couple of years, like the title's been like what, like it's gone to like pretty much the final game of the season, right? For the last couple of years, but
yeah, so we need to get over this blip quickly.
Yeah, we need to get over this blip quickly because
and not let it fester for the rest of February like it usually does.
I mean, yeah, and also Manchester City is probably their big focus is going to be the Champions League, which they're probably one of the 4 favorites to win that thing. So, but they're going to invest. That's probably. But we still have Europe, and we still don't know how that's going to affect our season. Come Europe.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. Yeah, so for the City game, you feel that you can win this game?
Oh yeah, I mean it's at home. You have to win it. Like I think you go for it. I think you go for it. And I can't. I get why you say a draw is okay, but we're at home. We got the best atmosphere in the league by far. Like why can't we get a win?
Yeah, I hear your point. But like I said, it was not the end of the world if we draw. In fact, it's a decent result for us.
Maybe not like meltdowns. Maybe
for
no
Man
meltdown,
City,
but
Bargav, for Man City, that is a shit result for them. If they even draw the game, they need to win the game because they know they've got this. They know with this game in hand, right? They need to make sure that they beat us at home and away to make sure they can get their hands on the title again. Right? So it's a more pivotal game for Man City. There's more pressure on Man City to win this game than Arsenal is to lose it and to draw it. Right? So yeah, we just need to go out there and not play for the draw. Go ahead and try and... Because if you try and play for the draw against Man City, you get teared apart. Right? So we just have to go there, play our normal game, and the rest will take care of itself.
I mean, we nearly got the win last year, right? Like at home on New Year's.
That's what I'm saying. Like play exactly the same, and play the same way we've been playing. If we play the way we've been playing, we could take them. We can take them at home.
Yeah, I think so too.
If we play like the form that we've played at the start of the season, right? I'm telling you now, Man City better watch out because their form is not great either.
if Jorginho has a good performance, we're singing his praises after this game.
No,
I will.
not yet.
Okay.
It's a big
I'll give
game.
him credit. No, I'll give him credit. I'll give him the credit, but I still say it's just another example of Arsenal shopping in Poundland.
Look,
It is.
let's put things in perspective, all right?
Oh,
You know, the way we approached this transfer market obviously was not ideal. We ended up, having our trousers pulled down on 2 occasions when it came to trying to sign both Mudrak and Caicedo, both of which fell through, with Mudrak going the other way to Chelsea and Caicedo staying put at the Albion of Brighton and Hove. But we needed some cover for Thomas Partey. It isn't really ideal to get someone like a Jorginho who might perhaps be getting on a little bit, but what he lacks in pace, he does more than make up for in experience. And we knew when we signed him that it was going to be a short-term deal with the aim to possibly try and provide the cover we needed for Partey with his experience to help us get over the line.
he's too slow.
Stephen, please let me at least have 20 seconds and I'll let you come back in.
God.
Now, we know, like I said, we knew that maybe he had lost a little bit of pace, but we signed him as someone who could possibly sort of slow the pace down and try and, build some sort of solidity in a way. And with a fresh start at Arsenal and with a match like this, he's won championships with Chelsea. He's won a championship with Italy. He has some experience. I say we have to give him a chance. And if he does well, then I will definitely praise him and give him some credit. Yes,
Manny.
I take your point that it'll only be one game, but still, you just never know. It's always said that when it comes to playing youngsters, unless you throw your youngsters in, you'll never know what you've got. Well,
Right,
unless
so
we
we're
throw
gonna-
Jorginho in this game and see how well he does in Partey's absence, we're never going to know what we've got.
Yeah, and
if
we're
he flops
gonna
in
do
this
this.
game, if he flops in this game, he flops. But if he does well in this game and continues to do as well as he can, we need to make sure that he gets credit. Simple as that.
And we're doing this against Man City. We're not doing this against a lower position club. We're giving him his first big game, right? His first game, full game, against Manchester City. Well, do you know what then? Throw fucking Smith Rowe fucking back on. Right? If he's fucking fit. You know what I mean? Right? Throw Vieira on as well. Right? Because he's hardly had any minutes. Let's throw every player that we've had hardly any minutes in for this big game. Because, I don't get it. We're going to start playing Jorginho in his first major game, right? And I'll give you another example as well. This was when he was even younger, so he was probably even faster then. But I remember he was one of the main culprits of why Chelsea got battered 6-0. They got battered 6-0 and he was in front of the defence. Doing fuck all.
So this is his chance for redemption. And look,
right, and he's going to do that in an Arsenal shirt, is he?
We're forced into this position because Partey is injured, but let's also put something in perspective.
We're forced into this position because... no, hang on a minute.
How exactly has Partey's form been
Manny. We're forced in this position because our fucking board can't buy a fucking midfielder.
Conceded, but we have a midfielder now. Partey is injured, and here's my question: how exactly has Partey's form been during the game that we the 2 games that we didn't do well in? He played against Everton, he played against Brentford. How exactly was he in both those games?
Hang on, I'm just trying to sort out something. Fire.
Yeah.
Kyle, try and sign in via YouTube. It should, if you sign in via YouTube, you should ask for your Gmail email address and your password.
But wait, if he's trying to come on the show, he should.
Yeah, he's trying to come on the show.
Then he shouldn't have.
Yeah. No, but sometimes they do ask for your profile on StreamYard. It does ask for it sometimes. It does get that.
Well,
Kevin
I haven't had any issues.
could have joyful day in front as Jorginho gets bypassed in the midfield defence. He's shocking. He's too. He's going to be way too slow in this game. I can see it. He's going to have him on fucking toast. And Rodri and Gundogan. He's not gonna know what he's hit him. Oh no, he knew what he's gonna hit him because he fucking felt it. He fucking got what he was hit with. Right when he lost 6-0 with Chelsea, but all of a sudden he's in an Arsenal shirt, so apparently he's gonna fucking be the next fucking version of Patrick Vieira.
And put in perspective, he was also a part of that same Chelsea team which beat Manchester City in the Champions League final. I'm not saying he's the answer to all our problems, but what I am saying is, for what it's worth, we've got him. We must.
That's because
at least
Thomas
try and give him
Tuchel
a
knew what
chance.
he was doing. Thomas Tuchel knew what he was doing with that side, and he knew Pep overthinked it. Pep overthinked it by not putting Fernandinho on the pitch. If he put Fernandinho on the pitch, Man City would have won that game. Easy.
The word is overthought.
Well,
Sorry
whatever.
to make a smartass.
Oh, whatever. I really couldn't care, mate. My brain's fucked anyway. Tonight there is pressure on Arsenal. Everyone could just call me I'm just an insane little twat. There you go. Alright. Just don't listen to Stephen. He's fucking insane. That's what my family does anyway.
What do you guys think of the lack of overlaps in our game lately?
Yeah, that's just don't. I've been worried about that. You wonder why then Martinelli gets doubled up on with the winger and the fullback because he's got no one to drag defenders away. What's happened to Ben White? Why is Ben White not doing what he's supposed to be doing, which is getting down the right hand side? Right, I want Tierney and Ben White doing what they used to do. So if he's going to play Ben White, but I would play Tomiyasu, but then Tomiyasu doesn't get forward either. A draw is no good for City at all either. 3-1 City. Carl was going for. Oh, come on, Carl. Come on, let's be a bit of positivity here. Come on, come on. Let's be nice. Anyway, look, it's coming up to 53 minutes. I've got to save some energy for tonight, so I'm gonna have to call it for this evening. I was going to get my opinion on the Man City stuff, but allegations, but I'll do that on Saturday on the Half the Press show because that's where we're covering it. So make sure you tune in then.
But before you sign off, what about your quick team lineups? Do you have energy for that?
No, because we did it yesterday.
Did we? Oh, yes, I did.
We did it
You
last
did, I
night.
did, Luca did.
Yeah.
Pargab,
We
what
did
about
it.
you?
For me, it'd be similar team. I would probably go with Trossard in. Personally, if this, I was thinking about like the Zinchenko in midfield, but that might be too radical for a game like this.
No, too radical.
So I guess at this point, with what we got, I think Jorginho has to be in there.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna have to sign off, but yeah. Make sure you tune in.
The team's
7
out.
p.
The team's
No. Yeah. I'll don't tell us the team, please. Don't tell us the team, because that's for the next show, right? That's part of the build-up. So please don't tell me the team. So yeah, don't tell us the team. But yeah, I'm gonna go. Make sure you tune in on Saturday to hear all about our opinions on the Man City stuff. But we're gonna sign off here. Make sure you hit the like button, you've hit the subscribe button, you hit the share button as well. Make sure you do all that. It's really, really important that you do. Bargav, where can I find you, bro?
You'll find me on here talking football. Subscribe to the channel, and hopefully we can get a win today. Because I'm gonna be super pissed otherwise.
Yeah, Manny, where can I find you? Oh, by the way, Bargav,
Well,
I need to talk to you after the show.
Yeah, you can find me over here on SFeatleyTV, taking the mickey out of my co-host and also having the mickey taken out of me by him. Other channels on YouTube, don't really have the time to mention them, but I will soon. You know who you are, love each and every one of you. And yeah, just enjoy talking football, shooting the breeze, and just saying what I want to say, letting the chips fall where they may. But again, it's not about tribal debate, it's about respectful discussions. We need to treat each other better and respect one another because humanity is the most important thing. Prayers, as always, to those who are still struggling from the impact of the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria and
Yeah,
Kurdistan. Our love and prayers are with all of you and your families and your countries.
exactly. Right, life's too precious. I know that. Everyone knows I know that. Life is too precious, so make the most of it while you can, guys. Don't ever waste a day. Don't ever waste a day. It's what I always try and do, is never make sure I waste a day. But yeah, make sure you hit the like and donate to the charity. It really does help. Every single penny you give really does help. Do what James has done, which is become a member as well. But to send a donation every month, it really does make a difference. So please do so. But until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon. Bye bye.